Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing? My name is Billy Swinton with Swinton Consulting. We're your financial consultants, small business consultants, consultants for entrepreneurs. We're the team that really just wants to help you win. Um, so what are we doing today? Today we're going to do a few things. It's a budget workshop. We had a workshop scheduled. Didn't go as planned, and I didn't want to waste the time. I wanted to make sure I got the information out, and I'll send it out to the people. So we're going to discuss three things today. We're going to discuss the importance of a budget, how to budget, and what do we do next. So that's what's in it for you. In addition to maybe having access to a team of financial professionals that can help you. What's in it for me? Why am I doing this for free? I hope that I do such a good job on this that you say, you know what, I like that information. I want to get that budget worksheet. I want to learn more about the next steps after budgeting. Or I want to have that guy's number on my phone. I look at my phone and I don't have a financial consultant. I don't have somebody I can contact if I have a financial question. And I'm sure you know that most successful people have contacts, have access to people that can help them do these things. So why should we budget, or should we budget? Of course we should. Why don't most of us do it? Why don't we budget? Is it because we think it's really not that important? Maybe we start, have a few hiccups, and then we end up stopping. We don't do it anymore. We say, we'll do it next month. Can you think of some other things that maybe we do that with? Eating, working out, stuff like that. If you want to be successful in something, you have to be able to power through. You don't want to be a consistent failure. If you think about failures in your life, whether it be a business or a person, a lot of times it equates down to money or their finances or lack of finances. Now think about some successful companies. Get some successful companies, some successful people in your mind. And why are those businesses, why are those people successful? Think about even the company you work for. What makes them successful? And just so you know, look at what they pay you. And it's not you that they pay, it's the position. They're paying a position, they're not paying you. Because if you really value yourself and you put the energy in for what you do, you would demand a lot more. But the company has a budget and they pay that position that money. If you're no longer there, whether it's customer service, sales, doctor, if it's a job, once that position is filled, they have a budget to pay that amount. Get my notes here together. They have a budget to pay that amount. So any major company, project, or endeavor starts with a budget or some type of plan. And I hope you would agree with that. But why don't we budget? What are some reasons we don't budget? Maybe because it's not taught in schools. I believe that budgeting and personal finance should be taught even at the elementary level. And unfortunately, that just doesn't happen. Justice Cameron. That just doesn't happen. Even at a college level, I know people that get all the way through college and never take a course in personal finance. They don't know anything about budgeting, insurance, investing, buying a home, buying a car. But these are things that we all want to do after we get out of school. So how do you budget? The first thing you got to do, if you have a pen, paper, grab something, take some notes while I go through this, is you got to rate your desire to win. If you, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, you know what, this budgeting stuff sounds cool, I'm interested in learning more, and 10 meaning, you know what, not only am I going to take Billy's information, but I'm also going to YouTube, I'm going to learn more about this, I'm going to do everything I need to do to get my budget in place so that I can get on to the next steps in my finances. Think about what you rate yourself. And just so you know, if you're anywhere from a 0 to a 7, it's the same thing. A 0 and a 7 is the same thing. This video is going to be for the people that are 8, 9s, and 10s. If you're 8, 9, 10, you have some level of seriousness and you're willing to do what it takes. But you got to understand there are going to be some sacrifices that you have to make. You're going to have to sacrifice something, whether it's, a phone bill, lowering your phone bill, lowering your data on your plan, maybe even getting rid of a phone, getting rid of cable, less clothes. Maybe you're going to have to spend more time uh, to win. And sometimes more time comes down to, a side business. A lot of people like to work extra jobs. I think having two headaches, two things that you're really not that motivated in is not the way to go. But you may have to start something to earn additional income to expand your budget. So what's the next thing you should do? Think about how often you should check your budget. How often do you think you need to check it? Monthly, weekly? Should you check your budget daily? Your budget should be checked as often as you spend money. Just think, if you had a business, every day that money came in or out of the business, there would be some level of tracking. So you need to do the same thing. And the first thing you need to do is identify a time of the day that you're gonna go over your budget. Whether it's in the morning, it's in the evening. I like to do it in the evening. I have a morning mental workout, MMW, but that's to get my day going. At the end of the day, you need to figure out when you're going to analyze your expenses. So on your paper, write down 8, 9, or 10, and what time of day you're going to sit down and go over your budget. And you should get a binder and keep everything in a binder, a manila folder, something to keep all your stuff in one place. And this is something you need to do. So next, I have this budget worksheet, and this is an example of something you can use. If you email me, if you contact me, I'll make sure you get this. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep this video up, whether on Facebook Live or YouTube. It's just something I just wanted to get out. But this worksheet is what we're going to use. And I don't have a screen share, so I'm going to figure out how to do it this way. And what you want to look at are three things. You don't have to overwhelm yourself. I'm going to give you two different ways you can budget. This is the detailed way. You're going to have your income, your fixed expenses. Those are your utilities, rent, phone bill, cable, stuff like that. The things that you pay every month, and it's usually within a few dollars every month. So income, fixed expenses, and then your variable expenses. So you're going to have your income, you see here on the first page. Then you have your debt. That's something we'll do in another video. We'll be able to show you, how to get out of debt faster. Here's the monthly calendar. So whenever all your bills are due, you can plug that in there. What day the bill comes out. Has the boxes, so you can do it for every month. And down at the bottom here, it says occasional big expenses. So birthday gifts, if you celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, any major events that you have, you're going to plug that in. And when that month comes up, you're going to be able to address that. And here you go, your fixed expenses. So this is going to be pretty much the budget you're going to need to do. And actually, before you get down to your fixed expenses, you really need to do some tracking. So here are your tracking sheets. And what you're going to do every day as you spend money on household stuff, transportation, what else we got here? Medical care, clothing, furnishings. And you really shouldn't be spending money on furnishings every month. But as you spend money in these categories, you want to jot it down at night. And then you want to go back to that second page. And I highly advise doing this on paper before you go to an app or some type of spreadsheet, just to get used to the process. So after you write down the daily amount, you want to go here and you want to write in the balance from each account. Savings, checking, you want to write down the balance. If you guys remember, depending on how old you are, when our parents used to balance the checkbook, that was them budgeting. A lot of people probably never even heard of that, balancing the checkbook. And this will help. I know the weekends mess up a lot of people. I worked in a bank, and a lot of overdraft fees and things like that really hit hard over the weekend, because you know what you have Thursday. You'll spend money on Friday. You don't check. Some things you spent money on Monday come out Friday and Saturday. then you spend more money, and then on Monday and Tuesday, your account is negative, you got all these overdraft fees. You really don't want to have to deal with that. You really want to get your budget in place where you're going over all of that stuff. Then you have the weekly tracking. Once you go through the full month, you can have an idea of what that's fixed expenses, of what your variable should be. So this page has all of those tracking categories, and you want to put the plan and what you actually spend every single week. At the end of the week, you want to put a line on that tracking, and that's week 1, week 2, week 3, 4, up to 5, and keep track of what you're spending so that you can keep your budget in place. Now, that's one way to do your budget. It's very detailed, goes over pretty much everything. The other way is an easier way to start. Now, remember, you know your income, and this is called the cash system or the envelope system. You're going to start off with the same 3 categories: your income, your fixed expenses. Now, your fixed expenses are things that you can do online. You can pay online, you're going to know what they are, and you're going to have with your envelope, October, and you can, once things are paid or whatever, you can have everything done online. This is a simpler system. Then the other 2 categories are going to be either groceries. Now, a grocery is going to be anything that's consumable, anything that you're going to use on a regular basis. Not only food, toilet paper, deodorant, things like that. And then you're going to have, so let me write in groceries, and then you're going to have the other. So you're going to have the top of the month, top is the month. You can, write out what fixed expenses you want here. Then you're going to have your groceries and other. Now, what's other? Other is anything else you spend money on. Now, the rule of thumb for groceries is $100 per week per person, starting at around $250. So if it's 2 people in your family, you're going to start around $250. If you got 3 people, that's $300 a month you should be spending. So if, for instance, a family of 4 would have $100 a week in a 4-week month to spend money. So what you're going to do is take that envelope and you're going to divide it by 4 weeks. But hey, Billy, what if a month has 5 weeks? Then you divide it by 5, or you know that you're going to spend a little bit of extra money that month. So that's up to you to kind of figure out. But I think you should really try to stay within your budget, even if a month has 5 weeks. So you're going to divide it into the 5 weeks, and you'll know if it's a family of 4, you'll have $100 to start with. And you want to do this on a weekly basis. You don't want to go to the supermarket, Costco's, BJ's, whatever, and spend $400 on everything, because then you're going to need other stuff. So, and you also want to set a budget for your other. So let's say that budget is maybe $50 a week. And I'm just using an idea because you want to try to keep things within a budget. $50 a week is about $200 a month. So now, as you go out and you spend money on your groceries and things like that, you may spend $80, $90 because you always have to go back for, your staples, bread, eggs, milk. I don't eat eggs and milk anymore unless it's in cake, of course. But that's what you do. So now, what happens if you go over? So let's say week 1. You spend $80 and then you end up spending another $40. What most people would do is borrow from the next week. You don't want to borrow from the next week. This is a weekly budget to stay on track. If you overspend here, you want to borrow money side to side, not up and down. So it's going to keep you in line. Now, if you go out, entertainment, spend money on some hair, Jordans. Can't really get any Jordans with $50. But this is going to be your other category. This is where, you get some decorations for the house. This is where those other things are going to go as you go down the list. Now, the good thing about that is as you do this, there are 2 ways you can do it. You can start off, if you got a $400 a month budget, $200 for food, $200 for other. You can start off with the cash in there. You have it in your wallet, purse if you're the person that does all the shopping. And as you go, you take the cash out and you spend it that way. Another thing you can do is keep the money in here on a weekly basis. The good thing is, as you spend money, remember at the end of the night, you're going to be writing that information down, and you can stick the receipt right in there. You can stick the receipt right in there. Hey, somebody's checking the place out. That's done. You can stick the receipt right in there. Let's get that. Stick the receipt right in there. Then at the end of the year, you have all your receipts. All of your fixed expenses should be online, bill pay or something like that. And you can have it right in your binder. You have keep track. You take it to the tax person, and you're all set. So guys, I hope that helped. That's the first step in your finances. Really the first step. You got to budget your money. Then you can protect your money. And we'll do another video talking about the second step, which is protecting your money. A lot of people don't understand how much wealth was built through the protection phase of the money. Then the last thing is growing your money. So I hope this budget workshop helped. If you would like to get this sheet I gave you, if you would like more information on the envelope system, please reach out to us. You can contact us at admin@swintonconsulting.com. Or you can, if you have my number, I'll probably put this on Facebook, shoot me a text. Let me know, hey, you know what, Billy, I'd really love to find out about the second phase, which is protecting your money. I need insurance. I don't understand it. I don't know how it works. I need a free analysis. I have a business. I need to figure out, buy-sell agreements. That's the protection phase of your money. And then investing. A lot of people don't understand there are three major risks to your money in investing. Three major things. It's risk, fees, and taxes. So that's what we'll talk about. People keep telling me I need to get more videos out. Hopefully this was good. Please give me your feedback. Let me know what you thought about it. Reach out to us. Hope this helped.